El Camino. The way I see it, El Camino is to Breaking Bad what Firefly was to Serenity. You know, if Firefly wasn't cancelled after one season. So they're both movies that help resolve unanswered questions left by the series. And they also both had like a western twang to their theme songs. You know, like this. What's up everyone, my name's Abi and welcome back to Slice of Pie. Now we've all wanted to go back into the Breaking Bad universe for years now. Sure, there's Better Call Saul, and while Bob Odenkirk is so good man, the atmosphere of that show didn't really fill the void. Now there's probably going to be some spoilers for Breaking Bad in here, but that finished like 6 years ago, so if you get spoiled, that's on you. Now, if you haven't seen Breaking Bad in a while now, I'd recommend watching a recap so you can brush up on it. I'll link one below. So El Camino takes off exactly where Breaking Bad left off, with Jesse speeding his way to freedom in an El Camino. Or so it seems, because if you remember, Jesse was speeding away from a mass murder. So you better believe the police were going to get involved. And as such, Jesse becomes a wanted man and has to get the hell out of Dodge. Now, what was Jesse escaping from again? That's right, he was being held captive by neo-Nazis, being forced to cook meth for them, and also being tortured by them. Now that's pretty methed up. And no, I don't have a lisp. Aaron Paul gives the performance of his career, and that's really saying something considering he's already won 3 Emmys for playing this character. Yeah, bitch! Of course I had to put his catchphrase in here. Now Jesse Pinkman is a broken man with PTSD, and it frequently triggers flashbacks to when he was captured. This is a far cry from the Jesse Pinkman that first came onto the scene at the beginning of Breaking Bad, who was wide-eyed and relatively innocent. He's now being forced to do things he ordinarily would not do, and he does them without hesitation. In Jungian terminology, I would say that he integrated his shadow. Now, I'm going to link below to Jordan Peterson's psychological analysis of Walter White in Breaking Bad. It's really interesting. I think you should check it out. Skinny Pete and Badger make a very welcome reappearance in El Camino, as do many other characters from Breaking Bad, some of them in flashbacks. Now, let's talk about Todd, played by Jesse Plemons. Hang on. Jesse Pinkman, Jesse Plemons, who I last saw in the Black Mirror episode USS Callister, which also had a cameo by Aaron Paul, who also plays a character named Todd. Illuminati. But Jesse Plemons is a fantastic actor too, and his character Todd is morbidly fascinating because he's like a polite psychopath. In psychological terms, he's really interesting because in the agreeableness dimension of the Big Five model, he's really low in compassion but quite high in politeness. And you can see how that unnerving politeness starts to break Jesse, because for Todd, committing acts of violence is like a nonchalant walk in the park, and it isn't really subject to his emotional state. Another character I need to mention is Ed, the disappearer, who once again makes an appearance from Breaking Bad. He's the guy who can get you a new identity and set you up with a whole new life. Now sadly, just before recording this, I heard that Robert Forster, who plays Ed, has just passed away. Now, Robert has played dozens of characters in movie and TV over the decades, including in Jackie Brown, Twin Peaks, and Heroes. May he rest in peace and condolences to his family. So Breaking Bad was basically a perfect series, which wrapped up well and gave closure to almost everyone. Well, except Jesse. And now 6 years later, El Camino finally gives us that, as well as an excellent performance by Aaron Paul. But unfortunately, it didn't really bring that much new to the table. I feel there is so much more to the story that could have been told, especially in the Breaking Bad universe, so I would have preferred a miniseries. And with all of that said, I think I'm going to have to give El Camino 3.5 out of 5 pies. It just didn't really measure up to Breaking Bad, but then again, I guess I didn't really expect it to. However, Aaron Paul has mentioned he'd be interested in another Breaking Bad project, so I'd love to see that. So what did you think about El Camino? Let me know in the comments below. You can also check out my review for Joker linked below, which I think is a really strong Oscar contender, especially for Joaquin Phoenix. Alright, thanks so much for watching, and I'll thank you even more if you can smash that like and subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it, and it would also help me make better content for all of you. Until next time, stay awesome. Peace.